Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. So today, I got maple bacon. I bought it last weekend. I've been eating sausage and I made the air fryer. I shredded potatoes, put salt and pepper, put it in the air fryer with the ham or butter, spray butter. Then when it was cooked, I put butter and maple syrup, and I boiled an egg, 10-minute egg, and I think I got the blueberry cereal and coffee. So we didn't make the parade. We were all tired. Ian got home from work and LaFonda, so. And they got a shitty parade here anyway. I mean, that I've seen, all the parades I've been to. I haven't been to a Christmas one, but the other ones I've been to is pretty cheap, mostly all advertising. But anyways, Ian gets off, because he starts work on the weekend, 7 to 4. He goes from 11 to 12 and comes here for his lunch. The pond is off at 2:30. She works 6:30 to 2:30. I'll get a drive in with him after his lunch, because he works beside Walmart. Go to the hair clips place. They take walk-ins, they don't take appointments. So I'll walk in, see if I can get a haircut, because I'll have enough time, and then go to Walmart and do my shopping. And I'll probably film the ham and macaroni, ham and cheese. Probably. And I'm just doing a poor man's stew, and then I'm going to do one of them flat pans suppers. That can be a meal. I don't know if I'm going to do it with chicken or pork. Yeah. Might get a couple of sweet potatoes. Do a row of sweet potatoes. And I want to get Brussels sprouts. I don't really have to do the cherry tomatoes on that. I get the taco spice, get the chicken, put it in a baggie, mix it, put it on a roll, put tin foil down, and then I could put cherry tomatoes, maybe a red onion, the small one. When I go around, I'll just look and pick, because I know I want to do Brussels sprouts. I might just do the white potatoes, I don't know yet. When I walk around, I'll just decide while I'm walking around what to put in the pan, see? Don't have it pre. Because if I do pork chop, I could still slice it up, get this pork steak, the thick one, put it in a baggie, and I could still put the taco spice in it. So, or the chili or whatever. Which he don't eat peppers, see, so. If he did, I would put a roll of pepper. Green pepper, red pepper, yellow pepper. But that's okay. I could get a couple of zucchinis too. Slice them. Everything got to be sliced, not diced, but sliced. And then you put oil and salt and pepper on the vegetables after. Cook them quite high. About 400, not 350. 425. Because I got to cook fast. So I probably will get pork steak. You can get like 4 or 5 of them for $10. I slice it, put it in a baggie. They're so easy to make. Got a tin foil and a cookie sheet, baking sheet. You can put carrots, you can put anything. Anything. Squash. Some people does it individual in a they take the tin foil, but I just lay it on a pan. It's all cooking together. And while I'm walking around the vegetable aisle, around the produce, I decide then. I think I'll get a couple of zucchinis. Make a roll of that. Yeah. Zucchini and Brussels sprouts, and you can even put a roll of asparagus. Whatever you want. It cooked in what? 20 minutes? 25 minutes? You can do the meat supper in a frying pan, then you can just throw your things on and a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper. You can put garlic powder, onion powder. You can put oregano, Italian seasoning. Whatever you want, right? But I like the one pan. I've been watching this guy on YouTube. Quite funny. Well, he, I don't know his name, but anyway, Tyler or something. He's he's an American, but I think he's more central. He's not south, east or west. He's not way down south. And he's learning about Canada. Now, when he first started, he said all he knew about Canada was there's 3 major cities, big cities, not major, but big cities, is Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver. He thought we were all scattered up here, but we're not. We're all, 90% is around the border. Because everything is forest and mountains and, you know, anyway. And cold. When he first started, he said all he knew about Canada, he said Toronto. He said most Americans, they know about Toronto. And kept on saying Quebec. Now, Quebec is a province, not a city. I think he was talking Montreal. There is a Quebec City, but it's not well known. You know what I mean? It's a small little city. Anyway, he kept on saying Quebec. I don't think he mentioned Vancouver. Geez, you would think he'd know about Vancouver, the city. Okay. Anyway. good. He knows all the provinces now, and he's checking out all the different provinces. And anyway, I told him, I did a comment. I had to explain it wasn't really a news network. We have this, it used to be a half hour, but I think it's an hour, so I don't watch it anymore because they changed the cast, but they try to act like they're the news. This hour has 22 minutes is the name of it. And they make fun. Anyway. And they make fun of themselves, and some are from Newfoundland, and it's quite, but there's an episode where Rick Mercer, he does talking to Americans. And it's so funny because he talks to like professors and everything, right? Talking about our capital parliament building is an igloo, and should we do this, and should we... Anyway, it's quite funny. I told him, I said, you gotta check out Talking to Americans. You gotta. Anyway. Saying our time, our clock is 24 hours. Oh my God. I just, he's funny. Rick Mercer, this hour has 22 minutes. Talking to America. He was on a long time ago. He was my favorite on there. And the Poofy. He said he was half, and I think he said his name was Raj. And they're making fun. He's half Pakistan and half Newfie, so he calls himself a Poofy. And he likes talking. But he got all this Vaseline, and then he got these big glasses, acting like a news reporter. And he bugs the hockey players. Each one have different skits, eh? Some have, and then they talk about Tim Hortons and make fun of that. And anyway. I used to watch this hour when I had cable. In Corner Gas, I like the old guy in Corner Gas. But that's out here and out west. This hour has 22 minutes, it's mostly Toronto, right? But, yeah. So it's fun watching him. I know my country, but few things like he shows the people saying that I live in New Brunswick, Quebec, Ontario, Alberta. Now I know the Newfoundland slang, I know that. But he was saying, people were saying a boot instead of about. I was like, I never ever heard that. Someone saying a boot. But you found people saying it, so certain things I never heard. But hopefully someone sends them in, because I watch those Americans tasting Canadian snacks. I wish someone would send them in some Canadian snacks. I didn't know that Americans didn't have Mars bar, Coffee Crisp, Joe Louis, Maynard's peaches, sour peaches. Yeah, there's tons of things. But they don't have Aldrich chips. About 99% of the people that taste the Aldrich, they like them. Now the ketchup chip, I guess Americans don't have ketchup chips. About 90% likes them. But they expect them to taste like ketchup, like you put, no. It got the ketchup flavor, but it doesn't taste like you took ketchup and put it on a chip, right? They don't have hickory sticks. Now back in the day when I was young, they stopped making them, I don't know why. But they used to make the ketchup hickory sticks. I love them. We used to call them ketchup sticks. It wasn't so powdery and stuff, you know what I mean? And at the bottom they don't. Ketchup sticks, they were good. Oh, they don't have flakies. The flakies I like is the caramel. Or you can only get it if you get a box. Here. You can't get them individual. You can get the strawberry and the strawberry apple and all that, but you can't get the caramel separate. Buy them separate, not here anyway. But yeah. So I'm gonna eat. I already took a shower. I had a me day yesterday. I didn't do nothing. Nothing. I just needed that rest. Just lay back and rest and watch YouTube. And I watched one last night, one of those, because Christmas is coming. The Hallmark Christmas love story there around Christmas. I don't watch them all the time, but I'll watch one maybe. I'll watch another one next weekend. One of those romance love stories. The one I watched was The Royal Nanny. Never seen it before. A lot of times I've seen it before. That goes a couple hours, and then I went to bed. A lot of times I fall asleep watching them. But I watched all this one. So, maple bacon. I put the frying pan about halfway with water to make it crispy. There's my clothes. They're not dried yet though. I gotta put it in a little bit longer. Put all my clothes for work. Back to work tomorrow. Oh, and I'm almost at 5K. Don't forget to subscribe, because once I get, if I get to 5K in a couple months, when I get my apartment, I got a special in mind. Something to do. The 5K special. So, don't forget to hit the subscribe. Leah went back to bed. She was up, but too early to eat breakfast. She'll have to get up here soon and eat breakfast though. She must have been up late. Yesterday she didn't get out of bed until 11. Well, I think she was up though. She didn't eat her cereal and her vitamin. Yeah. 10 going on 15. Definitely got her own mind. Cold. No sun today. Windy. Wind feels cold. I think it's supposed to be cold all next week. But I prefer the cold than the snow. Because I don't have to struggle. If it's cold, I can handle that. Put the heat on, put a jacket and a hoodie or whatever. I can handle that. Guy scraping off the windows off his car. No, you can tell. He wasn't born and raised in Canada. What we do when it's ice, little bit of ice on the car, we start it out, put the heat on, wait a little bit, and then it's easier to scrape. You can tell who was born here and who hasn't been. Because the heat warms up the window. You gotta wait because of course it starts cold. I seen a couple out there did the same thing. They were out there scraping a car and scraping the other night. Didn't have a car on. Then once they're done scraping, they get in the car, start it up right away. Now you know there's no heat. It's cold in there. The engine's cold. Everything's cold. All your fluids is cold. They reverse and back up and take off with a cold car. That's not good. But they don't, I think it probably was their first year because it wasn't that cold and they were bundled up like, wait until it's minus 40. What are they going to do then with the wind chill? It's only like minus 10 out. They look like they're ready for a venture up in the territories or something. Good Lord. See one guy trying to go back home or something. I don't know what's up. I didn't read the article, but you know how you do a Google on your phone and they got little news things. One guy, I think he's in Toronto. Not cold there, yeah. He got himself in Toronto and now he's trying to go back home because he don't like the cold. Man, do your research. There's so much video and everything on YouTube now that put the date and the date and everything on there and see. Oh yeah, and the guy didn't realize a part of the Niagara Falls is in Canada. What else did he discover? He discovered a lot of stuff. Didn't know anything about the prairie, or the prairie. The prairies, but anything about the Maritime. You didn't realize how close. I mean, we border, but I think majority of the people that live in New Brunswick, they went shopping. Probably about 90% of the people have been to Maine shopping at one time. Like what, 2 hours from the border, an hour and a half, depending. If you're in Woodstock, McAdam. St. Croix River, and it's right there. Yeah. And fish from St. Croix River, Grand Lake, Bay of Fundy, Northumberland Strait, Miramichi, Salmon River. Had fish from all around New Brunswick. Yeah. Lobster, scallops, and crab, and trout, salmon, cod, haddock, halibut, perch, bass, smelts from up in Newcastle when they run. There's rainbow trout, black speckled trout, brown trout. What else? Oh my goodness. I said clams, I said scallops, lobster, crab, the king crab. Pacific sockeye salmon is the best. Pollock and all that, no. Cod. I like haddock or halibut is the best. Taper corn up here in Alberta. Tapper, I think. It doesn't look tasty, but it is. Sweeter than peaches and cream. At Alberta beef. Montreal poutine. Ottawa had beaver tail. That's a pastry. It just shaped like a beaver tail. I just had the plain one with maple or whatever. Now they're putting all this stuff on it and marshmallows and all different beaver tail, but I just had the plain one. On the Rideau Canal, when it freezes over, the skating rink. When I lived in Montreal, went to the markets and stuff, but when you, in September, October, it's before Christmas, they got these, like, northern Quebec and northern Ontario is where they have the maple farm. 80% of maple syrup comes from Canada around the world. So, the maple, I love, especially when it's like homemade. It looks like ice cream cone, and you got the liquid maple, like a syrup, and then on top it's like a, sort of like a fudge maple. I don't know. We never ever had a name for them. Never maple something. I love them. But people that was sending things out to Americans to react to, I guess they have like a maple sucker, like shaped like a maple leaf. And I think that's something new. And if I was in Ontario or Quebec, but I haven't seen them here yet. We do have. I could check though. One day I'm gonna go over there before work. We call a Newfie store, but it has from the Maritimes a lot of stuff. That's where I get my chicken bones. They're so expensive, but I better hurry up and get them. I always get them before Christmas and eat them. Only get them once a year. And then, if I got them every day, then they wouldn't be special. But I don't think they. But I would have loved to taste that. I guess it goes fast. I haven't heard anything yet if they done it down home. But see, they're not. They did the chicken bone brandy or something. Guess they're line up for it. They sell out fast. I'm not into liqueurs, or I'm not into hard stuff, but like Tia Maria and like liqueurs like Bailey's or something like that with milk or cream or whatever, you know, quick drink, not strong, not hard on the stomach, but I tell you, that chicken bone brandy or whatever they call it, I'd try it. I wouldn't be able to drink too much, but I'd like to try it because I love chicken bone. I take chicken bones over candy cane. But we do get candy cane ice cream now for Christmas. Leah's up. She's having her cereal. Good morning. Or afternoon. No, I don't think it's afternoon yet. But she's having brunch. Breakfast and lunch. So I gotta put those clothes back in the dryer, upload this cigarette, or have a cigarette, upload this video. What else? Then I'm gonna lay back and rest until Ian comes. See if I can go get my hair cut. Do the thing. So I'm gonna be busy today. So I'll see you later. I'll do the ham, mac and cheese, whatever, macaroni, ham, yeah. And it's cigarette time.